Hey everybody, Brent back with you. Living my best Pacific Northwest life. I'm here in Everett, Washington, home of Boeing. I'm across the street from Payne Field, so I get to watch all the 777s and the large cargo planes being built and flown. It's kind of cool. I'm nerding out, not gonna lie. Wearing my old Seattle Rainiers cap, as you've seen me wear a few times. And speaking of Rainiers, doesn't get much more Pacific Northwest than drinking a tall boy Rainier beer. That tastes cheap. So here we are. I'm gonna do something different for the channel, but very simplistic in nature, and that's on purpose. I tend to have a lot of thoughts and talk a lot on my channel, and in between showing off cards. Today I'm just going to show you randomly, and I mean that in the truest sense of the form, random stack of slabs of cards. So I'm going through a reorganization in my office / card room where I'm reorganizing, displaying, and I've got all my slabs out. It's a massive mess, and it just kind of gives me anxiety talking about it. But the beauty of that and the chaos is that I have these stacks of slabs and I have no idea what's in them, what they are of. They are could be multi-sports, it could be non-sports, it could be baseball, modern, vintage, pre-war, post-war, anti-war, I don't know. A lot of things on there. So what I did is I just put two random stacks, about 20-ish cards, and brought them with me as I drove over here to Everett, and I'm going to turn the camera around, and I'm just going to show some cards. I don't know what's coming besides what's on the very top, and these are all cards I think I have obtained in the last year or so. So there may be some stories behind them. There may be not. Maybe not much to say. Anyways, I'm just going to show some cards. That's what we're all here for, right? So let's turn it around and get going. All right, so as you can see, I have some cards over here that I brought with me. And besides the two that are on top, I have no idea what's below. So let's get right into it. We'll talk about it, see what you think. We'll go from there. Should be fun. So first off, we have it. I'm going to change this lighting up, so bear with me just a second because this is not working out for me. There we go. 2023 Gilded Collection, Harmon, Clayton, Killebrew, and the Mini Diamond Gold Etch. These are beautiful. These are gorgeous. I'm very picky when it comes to modern Harmon cards, and this one was definitely one that I was looking at. It's very akin to the 2011 Cognac from the Diamond Anniversary, so I've always liked that set. Shoebox Legends, shout out Shane. He's a big fan of these cards. This is, I believe, numbered out of 50. That's 50 right there. Doesn't really matter to me. It's a beautiful, beautiful card. Big fan of the Mini Diamond Gold Etch. All right. Next we have, yes, this is a recent pickup. This is, and akin to my last video of Rodney Klein Carew, one of my favorite cards in the early non-tops releases, 1981 Donruss Best Hitters, George Brett and Rodney Klein. Just a fantastic card, very simple in scope, but that's what Donruss brought to the table. I'm actually a big fan of 81 Donruss and all of its, genesis and first step into card making in the early 80s. I like the fonts. I like a lot of things that come with it. It's a fun set and all of its errors and beauty. It's a great set, and these are obviously two of the best to do it in my generation, George Brett and Rodney Klein. So happy to add those two. All right, next up we have oh yes, now this is a recent one, so I'm not surprised this came with me. So as you can see before you, this is a King Cooper Jr. PSA DNA and an 8 and 10 auto. So I have many Griffies. This is probably my 5th or 6th auto of him, 4 being on cards. I have a couple of autos on a picture and also on a magazine cover. But this, if 1989 me could hear 2024 me talking, he would think I was ridiculous. Because back in '89, I did not like this set because it was too simplistic. It was too artsy. It didn't do it for me. But now I look back at the 1989 Score Masters, and I love them. They're just a fun set. Their artwork, I love the image. That image of Grippy is ridiculous. And this signature. So another thing too, obviously the Upper Deck '89 is his most well-known card, rightfully so, one of the most iconic cards in the history of cardboard. Autographs don't show up well on a card if it's in blue ink or black ink. You need to have silver to show up. There's a lot of blue and it gets lost, but this one pops. This one shows up a lot better. It's a clean auto. It's a beautiful auto. It's the kid. But I love this card with the different colors from the oranges transitioning into the purple, pink hue, and then you've got him in his beautiful gray and blue, and that signature just pops. Big fan of that. So that is a great addition to the Seattle Mariners PC. Ooh, this looks like we got a hand cut. What is this? Oh, yes. Look at this. Little non-sports Star Wars action for you. It's been a minute since I showed a Star Wars card. Shame on me. And I love me some obscure food issues. And this is right up my alley. 1977 Burger Chef. This is Leia from the Star Wars Darth Vader game. So if I think of it, I'm not going to promise because I don't know how much editing I'm going to do in this, but I might put something right in here that shows you what this board would have looked like. But basically, you go into Burger Chef and you got this tray that your food got served on. They did this with baseball cards too. I think Mangini showed one recently. He actually has like a tray. Of course he does. And this was very similar to this. It was a Darth Vader game, and you had the main characters on here, and that's why it's perforated. This is, did I need that to go down? Nope. Leia, and of course it's a rookie card because it's 1977. So didn't have any Burger Chefs around my neck of the woods up in the Pacific Northwest, but so this was not something that I ever saw. I do have actually in my office, not hanging up, but I do have a 1977 Burger Chef poster, an advertisement poster that this would go well with. And I actually have, I think I have Jawas and C-3PO in this set. I think there were 10 total, and I am a Leia collector, so I had to get this one. So this is the big one. So love to have that one in the collection. And the oddball story that goes behind it. Looks like we got ourselves a little pre-war action. This is, yes, a little Americana for y'all. 1889 Kimball & Co. Bella from the Ballet Queen set. And this is fantastic. I went for this one because it obviously is very Americana, and love the star-spangled dress, the red, white, and blue that goes with this. But you'd have on the back, you had a bunch of ballet queens. What a great looking font on the back there. You had all these ladies' names, and I don't know exactly what all they were wearing, but I do believe there are a couple, this being one of them, that showcases the American flag. So this is a great patriotic 19th century card to have in the collection. Add it to the Americana PC, 1800s PC, and I guess I'm now officially starting a Ballet Queens PC. Good for me. Next up we have, yes, 1989 Upper Deck #1, Ken Griffey. What? No, it's not. It's #1. It's Dwayne I swear to God, I do not know how to say his name. Is it Buis? Buis? Yeah, Buis. I don't know. I probably should know how to say the guy's name. Prototype. This is, and there is a story behind this. I probably should do a video. Obviously 1989 Upper Deck. We all love it for obvious reasons. It was amazing set. Still is, but man, when it came out, it was just jaw-dropping, awe-inspiring. Yes, yes, and yes. So I'm going to butcher the story, so I probably shouldn't go into it, but essentially, one dude went into a card shop in SoCal. He saw all the the recent Topps flared Donruss issues and said, these are boring. Like, we need something better than this. And this guy playing for the Angels stopped by the card shop at the exact same time. I can't remember why he was there. There is a story behind why he was there as well. I don't know if he was on rehab from an injury. I don't remember. But he heard him talking. They started talking. He was a partner in starting Upper Deck from the get-go. And they decided to use him, and Wally Joyner is the other choice. So they obviously went with the Orange County boys and made prototype cards. So this is number 1. I believe the Wally Joyner might be number 600 or 700 or something like that. So it's their bookends. Obviously you can see the difference, but they were experimenting. There are different ones. This one says prototype bottom. I think this hologram is in different places for another version. I don't know which one's more rare or not. These aren't super rare, but they're just things you don't see. And I love the story that it tells as well. A lot of people don't know the story behind how Upper Deck got started, nor do they know that there were these prototype cards in existence. And this is the Dwayne. Leave a comment down below. You know, put it in phonetics for me. Is it Boyce? Is it Boyce? Is it Boo Ice? I don't know. Anyways, regardless, great mustache, cool card, really cool story. Look him up, type in his name with Upper Deck, and you'll know the story. All right, that's fun. All right, next up, let me take this out of the bag. This is the card that I literally got, I think, last week from my buddy Ryan, Cards and Recreation, another Seattle friend of mine, a guy that I talk to all the time. Knows that I love me some Ichiro, and he is a huge fan of the 88 Donruss style. This is a cards that him and I opened up a ton back in the day when we were youngsters. And he sent this to me recently for my birthday. It was a nice surprise. This is Donruss original, second year Ichiro card. Just looks great in the red, blue, and black. And it's like, I look at these cards now and I really appreciate them. Because once you get past the nostalgia, and that's important, you kind of look at the artistry, especially of Donruss. Donruss was just so great. They hit their stride in 84, right? So 84 to 90, I would say. It was just like, those are some good, strong, quality years of just innovation as far as style goes, in my opinion. And this is a really cool card. It has the same back. Ichiro. What's that say? Probably the most feared 5'9" hitter in history. Okay, maybe. Little did they know how far he would go. But that's a great looking card. Just a good color match and a sharp card of Ichiro. So shout out to my buddy Ryan. Thank you for that card. Next we have, oh yes, this is just probably one of the baddest ass cards of the late 70s, and maybe one of the best looking cards in the 78 set, a set that I'm very fond of. I love 1978 tops. Look at Dave Winfield, man. With those freaking chops, with that face, turning around saying, who the are you? Is that what you call me? It's like, what the hell's a Padre? I don't, just, it's fantastic, man. He's a badass. I'm a big fan of Dave Winfield. Totally underrated. Obviously a Hall of Famer. There was one poll by maybe Sports Illustrated, ESPN 5 years ago. He was rated like one of the second or third best all-around athletes in history, just because he's a Minnesota legend with baseball, basketball, football, like lacrosse, field hockey, bocce. I don't know. He did it all, dude. And he was just an epic athlete. There's the back, but just a great looking card. And I'm a big fan of those. At times gaudy, but just great looking San Diego Padre uniforms of the late 70s. Great looking card. Good job, Dave. All right, and then we have a beautiful, look at this, 1941 play ball of Harry Gunboat Gumpert. What a great nickname. But look at that back. I got this months ago, really cheap for a 41 play ball. I loved it because of the nickname, but I also loved it just because the clean image. It's a little off-center left to right. Who gives care? I just love those sharp colors in the back, very akin to my favorite Diamond Stars cards of old. I don't know why he got the nickname Gunboat. I'm sure there's a story behind it. I think I looked it up at one time, trying to see if maybe they said it on the back. I'm gonna assume, well, it's 1941. We didn't go to war yet. So I don't know why it was called Gunboat. Maybe he was in the military regardless. Anyways, maybe someone can let me know below. Why did he have the nickname Gunboat? But anyways, what a great looking 1941 play ball. What a great set the 1941 play ball is. All right, so that is one stack down. Hopefully you're still with me. Hopefully you're enjoying this, because I sure the heck am. This one I saw the back of. This is one that maybe you haven't seen before. A little modern 2008 Topps Ichiro back to school. Very apropos, as many kids, maybe some of your kids, have gone or are going back to school in the next week or 2 or 3. Shout out to all the teachers out there. This is a rare card. It's actually, I believe it's an SSP. You don't see too many of these. I got this, I've seen these things go as high as $400 to $500 in a PSA 10. I think I got this for about 80 bucks in a PSA 9. They had a very small subset. I think David Ortiz, Albert Pujols, and a couple others have cards as well. It has the regular back, but the front is a different image. And this has the Mariner Moose, who I am a big fan of. Big fan of the Moose. Shout out Moose. And this is a really cool shot of Ichiro kind of, you know, hanging out, smile, not so serious, having a good time with the Moose. Rare card, maybe one you haven't seen before, and I'm happy to have that one. All right, next up we have, oh my goodness, yes. So this is trading card. Man, I do not like that, but that's okay, because the reason I got this is A, is obviously it's Harmon Killebrew. B, his signature is just damn gorgeous. Man, it just hits. I probably have 60 plus autographs of him, honestly, if I broke it down between cards and memorabilia and pictures. I just have so many autographs of him, but my point is I never get sick of looking at it. And this is indeed my oldest on-card auto of Mr. Killebrew. So it's nice to have this in the collection. This is the oldest card that I have. So a little smudgy smudge there, but that's okay. I went for the autograph, and this was a auction I won a couple months ago, and kind of had a max that I wanted to go for, and got it, and happy to have it. So that's a beautiful, beautiful, and a great placement for the signature too. So that's a huge key for me, at least. All right, I'm gonna keep this going. Haha, yes. In addition to the T206 sets, some of you are familiar with this set. I think DK Khan's cardboard. I'm butchering the name, but I know he's a fan of this card. Just because of the hair. I mean, look at the hair. Maddie McIntyre, you debonair dog, you. Look at that pop on the collar, got the hair up. Looking good. Pink background, just pops, looking good. Little stainage on the back, but who cares, because he is just peering into your soul. Look at that. I should do in addition to my sweater gang, I should do a popped collar posse. Keep the alliteration flowing. Great card. I mean, geez Louise. I mean, I got this, I think, for like 70 bucks. Great looking too, by the way. So big fan of that. So I'm happy to have the Maddie McIntyre in the PC. Next up, this is a card that I adore. First off is Manny Sanguillen, Legend of Panama. And this is his rookie card, and just a great pose. Obviously it's a stage posed, but it's just gorgeous. What a great looking card. And I just love it's weird how you have like the black tux with the color of the 68 Topps, and then you have his uniform and his pads and his mask. It all just kind of ties into a great color combination, and it's just a great looking card. I have this card raw signed, but I didn't have a good graded copy of this, so I added this to the collection, and am super happy that I have it, because that is just a fantastic looking card and a great human being. Many Pittsburgh Pirate fans and residents around the city of Pittsburgh would attest to that. He's a great ambassador of the game. Oh my goodness. 2010 Top Star Wars Galaxy, The Princess Prepared. I got this, I think, for like 20 bucks about a month ago, and just love this image. If they do make this into the Topps Chrome Galaxy set, I would love to see that for the set that's coming out this year. This has always been one of my favorite images. I'm always a big fan of that Tantive 4 background, the hue that comes with that ship, and the flowing white dress, obviously, you know, artistic, you know. Took some liberties here to make the dress a little more grandiose than it normally is, but what a great image. Just a beautiful shot of the princess. Oh yes, 1939 Cincinnati Reds. This is Linus Fry. I know nothing about Linus Fry. Frey, I'm assuming it's Fry. I just love this card. I got this for really cheap, and it was a great looking card. And it's a set that I wasn't very familiar with. Any Reds fans out there, any collectors, I'm talking to you, Shannon, back to the cardboard. I would look into this set. It's a really cool vibe with the orange on the bottom, and you got the black and white background, and they've colorized the player. It's a really good looking set, and it's really good looking too. So check out this set. 1939 Cincinnati Reds. This is the name of the set. George Brett, 1994. This is his last card. I want a great shot of him roping a single past the shortstop in Kauffman Stadium with the scoreboard up top. It's just the symmetry of the scoreboard. Look at the symmetry of that diamond shape of the scoreboard that goes with the shape of the Topps design at the bottom. The symmetry is just immaculate, and I love it so much. What a great looking card. George Brett's last card. And I just realized he did not lace a single over the shortstop. The ball's right there, dummy. So he probably grounded back to the pitcher. Who cares? It's the shots that counts. It's the image. It's the swing. It's a legend in his last season as a Kansas City Royal. And then I believe, yes, I do. I have this version of that same card. So this was a production sample, pre-production sample of the same set. They do this with different sets where they have, you know, this kind of a pre-production sample that goes out. Design and photo selection subject to change. But what's cool about this is you look at this, this is what they started with, and this is what they ended up with. Same exact play, exact swing, exact image, just, you know, you kind of did the landscape versus, you know, like with your phone. I'm glad they went with this one because that really just makes the image amazing. So I'll put these two out here. And then I have one card left, and I know exactly what this is. This is 1894, I'm just prone to say 1894 Mayos cut plug of Charles Abbey. He is a Washington senator. It's of evidence of trimming. Well, they cut the whole bottom off. But I got this from a guy, many of you know, in pre-war cards. Anson Whaley is his name, and he has sales on X, Twitter, a couple times a month, maybe once a month, and he had this up for about 70 bucks, and I jumped on it because it's just a great image. I mean, it's 1894. I mean, geez Louise, come on. I'll take the trim version of it because I know who it was. It was a center fielder, but he's like, you know, dressed up to the nines, man. Just to the nines. Look at that. That's probably what they have to wear after they, you know, when they go to the ballpark and leave. Just a great looking card, and I recommend, dude. I'm going to actually do a separate video on the beauty of buying and selling on X because I've been doing a lot of that, and I highly recommend it. And that is a great example of what you can get for an affordable price from good people who collect and are fellow collectors and love the hobby just as much as we do. So there you have it. That's kind of been my thing today. So let me know what you think. You want me to just grab some random cards and start going through them and talking about them? Not really know what I'm going to see. Didn't really have anything pre-planned, but wanted to, you know, like I said, have a good conversation around some beautiful cards and appreciate the cardboard that we collect. Give me some comments down below. Maybe I'll do this again. But in the meantime, enjoy the rest of your week. Appreciate you all. Talk to you later. Bye.